Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah. Salatu salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. I welcome you all back to Mulakhas Fiqhy. And we are in the 12th lesson. Yeah, 12th lesson. This is in Taharah, of course. And today we have Babun fi ihkami izalatin najasa. So last time we talked about tayammum and what breaks it, what breaks tayammum, the rulings of tayammum, and before that ghusl, wudu, and all these things in tahara. Today, the second thing, which is more important, which is also important. So tahara means, you are in a state of being purity, pure. So you should not be in a state of hadath, as well as the second thing is you should not have najasa. It should not be najas. Najas or najis. Okay, so you should not have anything on your clothes, impurity. So how do you do that? This is obviously you'll wash it, but what are the rulings in that? What should you use for washing water? So that is izalatin najasa. فكما So let's begin. Bismillah. فكما أن مطلوب من المسلم أن يكون طاهرا من الحدث إذا أراد الصلاة. So as the required thing from the Muslim, that he should be tahir from hadath. Hadath means he should not, have urinated or bust gas or all those things. No, that is called hadath. إذا أراد الصلاة. That is, he should be free from minor and major ritual impurity. فكذلك مطلوب منه طهارة البدن والثوب والبقعة من النجاسة. Three things should be pure also. That is your body, and then your dress, as well as the place. Buqa is the place. Any spot from najasa, from impurity. قال تعالى وثيابك فطهر, and your clothing you should purify. وأمر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم المرأة بغسل دم الحيض من ثوبها. And Rasulullah also commanded the woman to wash her dress from the blood of menstrual blood. لما كان الأمر كذلك تطلب منا أن نلقي الضوء على هذا الموضوع. So when the matter is that okay, we should remove impurity, we'll throw some light on it, on this topic. وهو موضوع إزالة النجاسة. And that is removal of impurity. It's called إزالة النجاسة. عارضين or عارضين لأهم أحكامه, presenting or illustrating the most importance of his rulings. رجاء أن ينتفع بذلك من يقرأه من إخواننا المسلمين. So that it'll benefit the Muslims from our brothers. وَلَقَدْ كَانَ الْفُقَهَاءُ رَحِمَهُمُ اللَّهُ يَعْقِدُونَ لِهَذَا الْمَوْضُوعِ بَابًا خاصًا وَيُسَمُّونَهُ بَابَ إِزَالَةِ النَّجَاسَةِ. And that is why the Fuqaha, they had a separate chapter for this, and this chapter was called إِزَالَةُ النَّجَاسَةِ, Bab of إِزَالَةُ النَّجَاسَةِ. أي تطهير موارد النجاسة, that means purification, the mawarid, the things which are impure. التي تطرأ على محل طاهر من الثياب. It could be from clothes, محل طاهر, pure place from the clothes. والأواني, utensils. والفرش, sheets. والبقاع, and floors or places. ونحوها. So the fuqaha, they created, they have made this chapter إزالة النجاسة. والأصل الذي تزال به النجاسة هو الماء. So what do you use? The asl is, it is water. And water through najasa, through which it can be removed. So فهو الأصل في التطهير. So it is the asl in تطهير. What is the asl? It should be done with water. لأن الله وصفه بذلك, because Allah has described it with that. كما في قوله تعالى وينزل عليكم من السماء ماء ليطهركم به. And he has ينزل, has sent down upon you from the sky rain by which to purify you. والنجاسة التي تجب إزالتها, and the najasa which has to be removed, إما أن تكون على وجه الأرض. It could be on the floor, ground. وما اتصل بها من الحيطان, or on the walls. والأحواص was أحواض والصخور, or the حوض, the water basins, or those rocks. It could be amazing. فهذه يكفي في تطهيرها غسلة واحدة تذهب بعين النجاسة. You can just wash it once. So that the ainun najasa, the actual thing of the evil, I mean not evil, but the impurity goes away. يعني أنها تغمض بالماء بصبه عليها مرة واحدة, and that is to pour water once until it covers the impure object. لأمره بصب الماء على بول العربي. The hadith is that also some commanded for the Sahabi who urinated in the masjid, not to pour water. الماء على البول العربي الذي بال في المسجد, the one who urinated in the masjid. وكذا إذا غمرت بماء المطر والسيول. And similarly, it could be cleaned by rain. Okay, fine, you did not wash it, but there was rain, somewhere, and it was fully drenched, naturally removed with rainwater or suyul or floods. فإذا زالت بصب الماء عليها أو بماء المطر النازل أو الجاري عليها كفى ذلك في تطهيرها. So ultimately, the najasa should be removed. So if there's زالت بصب الماء, if it is removed, so long such an impurity is naturally removed, as the impure object is removed by pouring water or by rainwater or flood, it is sufficient to deem the area concerned pure. We have some people who, they see some dirt or whatever and think that is impure. No, dirt is not impure. No, I don't see the najasa. No, I don't see the najasa. No, najasa should be seen. It should be something which should be seen, and something you cannot say anything is impure unless there's evidence for it. Yes, there could be doubt. Okay, people would be, but there's no evidence at all. There's no smell and other things. So people are very, what do you say? They're very concerned about this for not praying, maybe. وإن كانت النجاسة على غير الأرض. So what if after pouring also doesn't go away? So what do you have to do? Keep pouring, keep washing it until it goes away. نعم. وإن كانت النجاسة على غير الأرض ما اتصل بها. And if the najasa is on something which is not linked to the ground, and it's not connected to it, فإن كانت من كلب, if it is from a dog, أو خنزير, or a pig, وما تولد منهما, whatever comes from them, نعم, فَتَطْهِيرُهُمَا بِسَبْعِ غَسَلَاتٍ. So you should wash it by 7 washings. By 7 washings. إحداهن بالتراب. First one of them should be with mud. بأن يجعل التراب مع إحدى الغسلات. That it should be made. One of the washings should be with the earth. لقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم, because Rasul said, إذا بلغ القلب في إناء أحدكم فليغسله 7 أولاهن بالتراب. If the dog licks a utensil belonging to any one of you, then let him wash it 7 times. The first one, أولاهن بالتراب, رواه Muslim. The first of them with earth. So there's a question. What if najasa touches other things? Is it only for إناء أحدكم, only for utensils? No. وغيره وهذا الحكم عام في الإناء وغيره. This is general for vessels and others. كالثياب والفرش, like clothes or sheets, whatever, sheets. وإن كانت نجاسة غير. As for khinzir, he didn't tell, but khinzir, you should wash it. But dog, swine. So swine also should be washed 7 times? No. From what I know, no. No. It's only for the dog. Allahu Alam. So what about if a dog touches your hand or something? Should that also be washed 7 times? Yes, if it is, unless if it is dry. If it is dry, you need not wash it. In كان الكلب يابسا فلا شيء عليه. If it is dry, there's nothing on it. However, if it is, if it is wet, رطبا, فليغسلها 7 مرات. He should wash it 7 times. And one of them should be with sand. Sheikh bin Baz says that, okay, if you don't find sand, then you should use potash or soap or something like that. Now, for, if the dog touches your hand, if it is wet, not for dry, inshallah ta'ala. So he did not clarify this for khinzir. Khinzir, you just wash it. It's not 7 times. So a dog's najasa is so much severe. By the way, dogs should not be kept except for reasons which are there in the Sharia. Also 1 qirat or 2 qirat, the reward goes away. It's very strict. Hunting or guarding livestock and crops are the 2 reasons. Some scholars have allowed for guarding houses also, so long as that it is outside the city and there's no other means of guarding the house except a dog. So you keep a dog at that time. You need a dog outside the city. Because Rasulullah said, whoever keeps a dog, except for a dog for herding, hunting, or farming, 1 qirat will be deducted from his reward each day. And in another hadith of Bukhari and Muslim, this is also Muslims, but in another hadith, 2 qirats will be deducted. Qirat or qiratain, 2 qirat. So that is that. Now next. وإن كانت نجاسة غير كلب أو خنزير كالبول والغائط والدم ونحوها. If the najasa is غير الكلب, is not a dog or خنزير, so it's urine, stool, والدم and blood and like, فإنها تغسل بالماء. It's washed with water مع الفرك والعصر. It should be rubbed out and squeezed out. Asr is here means squeezing. حتى تزول, until it goes. So on your clothes or something. He's not talking about the land, no, from the earth, about on your clothes. So you will squeeze it out. فلا يبقى لها عين ولا لون. You should not be able to see it. No sign should be there. No color should be there. فالمغسولات على 3 أنواع. So مغسولات are 3 types. النوع الأول ما يمكن عصره مثل الثوب. What can be squeezed, فلا بد من عصره. So it should be squeezed and wrung out. النوع الثاني ما لا يمكن عصره, unsqueezable things. ويمكن تقليبه. So you can leather or something. كالجلود ونحوها. So they have to be overturned during washing. Okay. النوع الثاني ما لا يمكن عصره ولا تقليبه. You cannot wrung it out, squeeze it out, nor overturn. You cannot shake it. فلا بد من دقة وتثقيل. Such things have to be washed, scrubbed. بأن يدع على شيء ثقيلا, and then press with a heavy object until حتى يذهب أكثر ما فيه من الماء, so that most of the water dries. Maybe because sometimes in clothes and shoes, you see the water goes inside of the najasa. Correct? So you have to squeeze it out or do something so that filthy things also come out. وإن خفي موضع نجاسة في بدن أو ثوب أو بقعة صغيرة كمصلى صغير. But if the place of najasa is hidden, is hidden في بدن, in the body, أو ثوب, or dress, أو بقعة, or a place صغيرة, a small place, كمصلى, like a musalla or something. وجب غسل ما احتمل وجود النجاسة فيه. Whatever is possible, you should remove it, right? The suspected area should be removed it حتى يجزم بزوالها, until you're sure that it has been removed. وإن لم يدر في أي جهة منه غسله جميعه. You don't know where the najasa is, so you wash everything. ويكفي في تطهير بول الغلام الذي لم يأكل الطعام رشه بالماء. How about if a child, of an infant male child who has not started eating, you can just put رشه, sprinkle water on it. لحديث أم قيس أنها أتت بابن لها صغير لم يأكل الطعام إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأجلسه في حجره فبال في أعلى ثوبه. So what happened was Rasul took a child and he had not started eating ordinary food. The child urinated. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam فدعا بماء فنضحه ولم يغسله. He just sprinkled it and he did not wash it. Okay, it's not for a girl or a child who has started eating. Now, وإن كان يأكل طعام لشهوة واختيار, and if he's eating food for desire or choice, فبوله مثل بول الكبير, then his bowl, you have to wash it fully. You cannot just sprinkle it. مثل بول الكبير وكذا بول الأنثى الصغيرة. And similarly, for a girl child, this rule is not applicable. مثل بول الكبيرة, like the كبيرة, grown-ups. وفي جميع هذه الأحوال يغسل كغسل سائر النجاسات. You should wash all these things. فالنجاسة على ثلاثة أنواع. So مغسولات also he said, which are not. So he has divided, like which is connected to the earth, you should wash it. Which are connected with the dog, you should wash it 7 times, one of them with the sand. And the third thing is which is not connected to the earth, so you can, like clothes or these things. So that also is divided into 3 types. One which can be squeezed, overturned, or which we cannot do that. How about najasa itself? What are the 3 kinds of impure objects? فَالنَّجَاسَةُ عَلَى ثَلَاثَةِ أَنْوَاعٍ. Najasa are of 3 types also. Not every najasa is severe kind of. The 3 types. Najasatun mughallava. Najasa which is very strong, it's severe, major. What is that? وَهِيَ نَجَاسَةُ الْكَلْبِ وَنَحْوِهِ. It is dogs and the like. Right? Because you have to wash it 7 times. One of them with sand. Then we have وَنَجَاسَةٌ مُخَفَّفَةٌ. And this is Najasatul Mukhaffafa, minor impure objects. This is for the boy which you just saw. I can just do Mukhaffafa, urine of infants who have not yet started eating, male ones. Male ones. They didn't. They removed male or female. Huh? They just said infant. They didn't translate that. Notice here. I mean, no other said for females also you should apply this rule. Maybe, subhanallah, how can they change the translation like this? Maybe they thought, what will the females think or something, and it's removed it. Subhanallah. And the third is وَهِيَ وَنَجَاسَةٌ مَا بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, najasa which is moderate, which is between them. وَهِيَ بَقِيَةٌ najasat. It is other things. وَيَجِبُ أَن نَعْرِفَ, and it is mandatory that we should know ما هو طاهر وما هو نجس من أوراث وأبوال والحيوانات. أبوال الحيوانات. We should know from all these manures of animals. Okay, because many times you might have dungs and urines of animals. So are all urines, bawlul adami, urine of a man and all this is impure totally. But how about the urine and stool of animals? There are different types. فَمَا كَانَ يَحِلُّ أَكْلُ لَحْمِهِ مِنْهَا. So what? It's a halal to eat food from it. فَبَوْلُهُ وَرَوْثُهُ طَاهِرٌ. So it's urine as well as rawth is tahir. The manure is pure. That doesn't mean it's just halal to eat. No, people get confused between halal and tahir. Tahir means if it's on your clothes, you not remove it, kind of. كَالْإِبِلِ وَالْبَقَرِ وَالْغَنَمِ وَنَحْوِهَا, like cows and sheep like that. Camels. لأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أمر الأورانيين أن يلحقوا بإبل الصدقة فيشربوا من أبوالها وألبانها. Because the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم permitted some people from Uraina, Oraniyin, to take the urine of milk and of the camels as of charity as medicine. Muttafaqun alayh. Because that was for medicine, which Allah SAW allowed for them to drink. فَدَلَّ عَلَى طَهَارَةِ بَوْلِهَا. So it shows that just pure, no? Because they are, allowed to drink. لأن النجس لا يباح التداوي به وشربه. Because najis you cannot, it's not allowed for you to do tadawi, to take dawa or treat yourself, and وشربه, and drink it. فإن قيل إنما أبيح للضرورة. If you say no, it was allowed for the reason, قلنا لم يأمره النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بغسل أثره إذا أرادوا الصلاة. Then we say Rasul did not allow to wash its effects when they wanted to pray. He did not say. وفي الصحيح, and in the Sahih, أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يصلي قبل أن يبنى المسجد. Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم prayed in it. في مرابد الغنم, in the places of sheepfolds. وأمر بالصلاة فيها, and he commanded to pray in it. وهي لا شك تبول فيه, and they would anyways urinate in it. Rasulullah SAW allowed to pray in marabid al-ghanam. So the ruling is whatever is allowed for you to eat, their urine and manure is not najis. If you get it on your clothes, you do not wash it, because you're allowed to pray in the sheepfolds and all these places. قال الشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية الأصل في الأوراث الطهارة إلا ما استثني. The purity in the manure is that, asl is that it is tahara, except what has been accepted. والسؤر ما يؤكل لحمه طاهر. The next thing is the su'r. The su'r. Su'r means if an animal eats from a vessel, then that is also tahir. So the leftovers, the leftover of legally edible animals is also pure. وَهُوَ بَقِيَّةُ طَعَامِهِ وَشَرَابِهِ. وَسُؤْرُ الْهِرَّةِ طَاهِرٌ. The su'r of the cat is also tahir. لحديث أبي قتادة في الهرة قال إنها ليست بنجس إنها من الطوافين عليكم والطوافات. Indeed, the cats are not najas. Indeed, they are from tawafin and tawafat. They are the ones who keep going around you. رواه الترمذي وغيره وصححه شبهها بالمماليك من خدم البيت الذي يطوفون عليه أهله للخدمة ولعدم التحرز منها. He is like slaves, khadam, mamalik, who keep going around for this thing. So cats are also similar. There's raf'un lil haraji wal mashaqqa. There's raising of haraj and mashaqqa. Yeah. Difficulty, because it's so difficult, cats keep going around here and there. So alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it tahir. وألحق بعض العلماء بالهرة ما كان دونها في القلقة من طير وغيره فسؤره طاهر كسؤر الهرة بجامع الطواف. Some scholars maintain that the same ruling on legally inedible animals smaller than cats, such as birds and the like, they view that the leftover of such small animals or birds is as pure as that of cats. وما عدا الهرة وما ألحق بها مما لا يؤكل لحمه فروثه وبوله وسؤره نجس. As for those animals except cats, so animals which are to be eaten, that is obviously their bowl and all that is tahir. Cats also tahir, because there's a lot of mashaqqa in it. Because cats anyways, we cannot eat them. They're not halal, but still, all these things are tahir. Apart from these animals, that is, apart from camels and sheep, cows and cats, their rawth, bowl and su'r is all najis. Other animals obviously. is najis. So he says, أيها المسلم عليك أن تهتم بطهارة ظاهرا وباطنا. O Muslim, stick to physical pure. Be careful about purity, ظاهر as well as باطن. باطنا بالتوحيد والإخلاص لله في القول والعمل. How is moral purity? With tawheed and sincerity towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in speech and action. وظاهرا بالطهارة من الحدث والأنجاس. And apparent physical purity from hadath and anjas. Hadath is breaking, no? Hadath. And najas or anjas is the physical impurity. فإن ديننا دين الطهارة والنظافة والنزاهة من الأقذار الحسية والمعنوية فالمسلم طاهر نزيه ملازم للطهارة. وقال صلى الله عليه وسلم الطهور شطر الإيمان. And this is because our religion, Islam, is religion of purity, cleanliness, and purification for both physical and spiritual filthiness. A Muslim should always say, also some said purification is half of faith. فَعَلَيْكَ يَا عَبْدَ اللَّهِ بِالِاهْتِمَامِ بِالطَّهَارَةِ. So be careful about, he should concern himself with tahara والابتعاد عن الأنجاس, stay away from najis things. فَقَدْ أخبر صلى أن عامة عذاب القبر من البول. Also said that the general عذاب القبر is from bawl. حينما لا يتحرز منه الإنسان. فإذا أصابتك نجاسة فبادر إلى تطهيرها ما أمكنك لتبقى طاهرا لا سيما عندما تريد الصلاة فتفقد حالك من جهة الطهارة وعندما تريد الدخول في المسجد فانظر في نعليك فإن وجدت فيهما أذى فامسحهما ونقيهما ولا تدخل بهما أو تدخلهما في المسجد وفيهما نجاسة. وفق الله الجميع لما يحب ويرضى من القول والعمل. So Muslim must concern himself with purity, and if you're soiled with impurity, you should not, you should hasten to purify yourself in order to keep yourself pure. Like, for example, whenever you're going to the masjid, you should check your cleanliness of your shoes. If there's something filthy, you should remove it. Or do not enter a mosque with filthy shoes. May Allah guide us towards whatever pleases Him of words and deeds. Alhamdulillah. Next, inshallah, chapter number 13 is menstruation, haid, one nifas, and postnatal bleeding. Postnatal bleeding. Inshallah, this is a long lesson. And with that, we'll be ending our Kitab al-Salah. Alhamdulillah. 13 lessons in Taharah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.